Telangana's biggest political suspense over. Revanth crowned Telangana king. Massive swearing-in gala at Hyderabad. Team Revanth's mission Bangaru Telangana begins. Top focus on 6 p.m. Prime.
Good evening. You're watching 6 p.m. Prime here on India Today. I'm Akshata Nandagopal, getting you all of the political action that played out in Telangana earlier today. This afternoon, Revanth Reddy was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Telangana. We'll be getting you all of the highlights of that swearing-in ceremony and names of the 11 ministers who've taken oath, the prominence of each one of them, why they were included in the cabinet, and much more. A look at the headlines first. Big meetings continue over who will be BJP's chief minister in 3 states. Renuka Singh meets Nadda, Baba Balaknath meets Amit Shah, Raje to meet Nadda next. Revanth Reddy takes oath as Chief Minister of Telangana. 11 others also take oath as Telangana ministers, including Bhatti Vikramarka as Deputy CM. Big opposition meltdown over Amit Shah's POK's Rs rule. Congress dares centre to get back Pakistan-occupied Kashmir by 2024. NC chief demands polls in Jammu and Kashmir. Divide in opposition's India bloc out in the open. Left leader questions Rahul Gandhi's credibility. Dares Rahul to contest from the Hindi belt instead of Wayanad. Gilpannum plot probe escalates. FBI chief to visit India next week to check key meet with NIA over Khalistani terror and gangster nexus. And the Republican presidential candidates debate gets ugly. Vivek Ramaswamy calls Nikki Haley corrupt. Haley hits back, says Ramaswamy is envious of her rise. Ugly showdown also plays out over Ukraine. The wheels have been set in motion for the announcement of the chief ministers of the BJP states now of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. The BJP is likely to go ahead and announce the names of central observers for each of these states tomorrow. They will then travel to Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh to convene the respective legislative party meeting, where there will be a detailed discussion and communication sent across on who could be the chief minister. We've been seeing non-stop meetings taking place in the national capital with Home Minister Amit Shah, with BJP chief JP Nadda and with the Prime Minister. And tomorrow we're hearing that central observers will be named. They will then be sent to the respective states that they're in charge of, and there will be a communication sent across on who is the chosen one, who will be the chief minister of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Piyush Mishra is joining us with more details on this. Piyush, with this news break coming in that central observers will be confirmed tomorrow, they're going to be travelling to their respective states, communicating to MLAs on who the final choice is. Is it a given that the BJP sealed the names for each of these states?
Well, absolutely, Akshita. Right now, what we are learning from our sources is that BJP is going to announce the names of our central observers by tomorrow. And after this announcement, these observers are likely to travel to these 3 Hindi heartlands, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, tomorrow itself. And then after going there, they are likely to hold a meeting, and then the meeting of legislative party will take place, where the formal announcement likely to take place there in the respective states itself. So that's what we are hearing, is that BJP is going to announce the names of central observers by tomorrow itself. they will be traveling to respective states, and then announcement will take place from these states itself after listening into what the MLAs are demanding. Remember that since morning, there have been a series of meetings taking place. Today in the morning itself, the parliamentary party meeting of BJP took place, where Prime Minister also addressed, following which many meetings have taken place in Parliament and outside the Parliament. In Parliament, meeting between Balaknath and Home Minister Amit Shah has taken place. They're at the residence of JP Nadda. Renika Singh, who is in fact, who was MO's Tribal Affairs, who has now tendered her resignation. She also met with JP Nadda.
For more details on this, Polemi, back-to-back meetings that have been taking place through the day. Has the BJP come to a decision? Has the High Command reached a decision on who will be the Chief Minister? Is that what we're going to gather from the newsbreak coming in of Central Observers, all set to be appointed tomorrow?
That's right. We can, in fact, gather that from, of course, what we're learning from our sources, that Central Observers will be announced tomorrow, which means that as soon as they announce, usually that so happens that they travel immediately to the states. That could happen over the weekend, as we've been reporting. And at the Legislative Party meetings, you'd hear of the announcement of a name of the Chief Minister, the leader of the Legislative Party of the Bharatiya Janata Party in these respective states of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. So hopefully by the weekend, all of this suspense will be over and it will be clear who will be leading the states of MP, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, because we're expecting those names of Central Observers. That was being held back so far in terms of announcing those names, because usually, like I said, the names are announced to the Central Observers. They travel out immediately to their respective states. So it appears that the BJP has zeroed in on the three names.
All right, Polemi, thanks very much for those details. Thanks to Piyush also for joining us with more on that. So while there are questions over who will be the Chief Ministers of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, let's tell you about what's happening in the state of Telangana, where the Congress went ahead not just naming their Chief Minister, but he's also been sworn in now. All formalities completed. Let's get you more on that with the images also that are coming in now. After the swearing-in ceremony, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy made his way to the Secretariat and in his very first visit as Chief Minister of Telangana, performed an elaborate puja there before starting off work. Remember, there's a lot of focus on how Revanth Reddy really performs, but he's known to be extremely auspicious and known to be extremely superstitious also. And that's why, as someone who's extremely devout, whether it was on the day of voting, when he started off the day with the Go Puja, or today when he started off the entire swearing-in ceremony at .104, because that was considered to be an auspicious time, or now when he reached the Secretariat performing an elaborate puja, it gives you a sense also of Revanth Reddy, his personal beliefs and how he started off his entire journey as Chief Minister.
Anumula Revanth Reddy ane nenu.
Anumula Revanth Reddy takes oath as the Chief Minister of Telangana. Thousands of Congress supporters witnessed the ceremony at the packed Lal Bahadur Shastri Stadium in Hyderabad on Thursday afternoon. Top leaders of the Congress, including Party President Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, as well as Deputy CM D.K. Shivkumar, were in attendance. Soon after Revanth Reddy's oath, Congress's Dalit face Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu was sworn in as the Deputy CM.
Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu ane nenu.
Other ministers who took oath are Uttam Kumar Reddy, former Naxal leader Sitaka Danasari Anasuya, who got the loudest cheers, Ponnam Prabhakar, Sridhar Babu, Tumala Nageshwara Rao, Damodara Rajanarasimha, Komati Reddy Venkat Reddy, Konda Sureka, Jupali Krishna and Ponguleti Srinivas Reddy. Right through the oath ceremony, the LED on the stage read Telangana People's Party, a reflection of Revanth Reddy's promise of a people-friendly governance. It was a big moment for Revanth Reddy's family. His wife Geeta was seen taking the blessings of Sonia Gandhi and interacting with Rahul and Priyanka.
చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి అనుకునేది ఏదో ఒకటి రాజకీయం చేస్తాడని. బాగా చాకచక్యంగా ఉండే మా తమ్ముళ్ళందరూ కూడా చాలా చాకచక్యంగా ఉంటారు. అందులో ఈయన కూడా ఇంకా ఏదో ఒకటి చేస్తాడని. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి తర్వాత సీఎం అవుతాడని అనుకున్నాం రాజకీయం చేస్తుంటే అనుకున్నాం
ఇప్పుడు తెలంగాణకి రెండో సీఎం గా ముఖ్యమంత్రిగా అవబోతున్నారు ఎంత సంతోషంగా ఉంది కేసీఆర్ ని ఆయన ఓడగొట్టారు
చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది ఇంకా అది పెద్ద సంతోషం ఓడగొట్టింది
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended his wishes to Revanth Reddy and his cabinet. Revanth Reddy will be the first Chief Minister of Telangana after it was carved out in 2014 by the UPA government. He was an easy choice for the Congress as majority of the newly elected MLAs also favoured him. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let me bring in Abdul Bashir on this broadcast. He was joining us live and was there at the swearing-in ceremony as it happened. A lot of symbolism also in this oath-taking ceremony, Abdul. You had all of the India allies coming together for this event. You had the Gandhis there, Congress chief ministers, the Congress president, everyone present, knowing full well how important this moment is for the party in Telangana.
Well, it is for the Congress party, it was a big day. It is a show of strength that the Congress party has shown from Telangana today, and where a swearing-in ceremony of Revanth Reddy was said to be, a benchmark for the Telangana Congress. What we have seen in the earlier elections in 2018 was Congress was, at 19. I mean, 19 MLAs had gained victory at that moment, and now it's more than the majority mark. It is a big journey that the Congress party in Telangana had set, and Revanth Reddy's role in this had, prominently been leading the party in a fantastic way is what the experts tell. So Revanth Reddy, from the time he's joined the party to becoming an MP, then becoming a PCC chief, and then gaining victory from Kodangal, and now becoming a chief minister. He's right now in this secretariat. Remember, he was once, it is said that reportedly he was not allowed to enter secretariat, and he's entered for the first time as a chief minister. He's right now in the office where he is himself asking his cabinet ministers, his ministers, that it is only going to be work from office and not work from home. And
okay, so no remote working for any of the ministers. First cabinet meeting, we're expecting that the guarantees also will be implemented. At least that's what the Congress had promised. Abdul, stay with me. Revanth Reddy is going to have to hit the ground running. He's already at the secretariat working, because that's what they've spoken about, that this is a Prajala Telangana, which means a Telangana of the people, with the Congress now in power. There are a slew of challenges also that Revanth Reddy faces, particularly on the economy front, because of the fact that Telangana has a huge amount of debt. But besides that, there's also this, which is that Revanth Reddy will have to fill all the 2 lakh job vacancies in the government sector. This is something that the Congress has spoken about in length in their campaign as well. To fight unemployment in Telangana, they've promised that they will ensure adequate jobs for youngsters and also give out doles for those who haven't been able to get any means of income. Revamp the service panel to plug paper leaks. There was a big controversy over paper leaks and examinations, and the future of youth being jeopardized because of that. And as I mentioned, unemployment dole to youth is something also that Revanth Reddy will have to take care of. Now, the public debt of Telangana stands at 3.57 lakh crores. This is the biggest challenge, and it's said that every citizen of Telangana has a huge amount of debt on his or her head, and that's something that the government also will have to look into. Find funds for the 6 guarantees of Congress. A tricky one, because they'll have to ensure that they don't jeopardize the economy of Telangana for this. So let's get you a detailed report now on how Revanth Reddy was named as the Chief Minister of Telangana. There was a lot of talks about this, a lot of meetings that took place after the mandate that the Congress got in the state of Telangana. There were 2 others also who were in the race, Uttam Kumar Reddy and Bhatti Vikramarka, extremely senior leaders of the Congress, and yet Revanth Reddy won that particular battle. So even as you had all of the India allies coming together today on a stage in Hyderabad to show their solidarity with the Congress, the fallout of the 5 state results and the fact that the Congress only had Telangana to celebrate about has once again led to a rift. Now in the latest, you've got left questioning Rahul Gandhi, saying, why don't you take on the BJP in the Hindi heartland in 2024? Days after the results of the 5-state elections, the political consequences continue to play out for the India alliance. First, their meeting, which was set to happen this week, has been pushed because several leaders refused to attend, and many said that it's because they were opposed to Congress and their poor show in the elections. Now you have a left CPM leader questioning directly Rahul Gandhi, saying instead of taking on the left, who's your own ally in the Lok Sabha elections here in Kerala, referring to the fact that there are reports suggesting Rahul Gandhi could again fight from Wayanad, this left leader has said, why doesn't Rahul Gandhi take on the BJP in the Hindi heartland?
Losing the family bastion in 2019, an electoral humiliation almost 5 years ago at the hands of the BJP Smriti Irani. Now, Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha seat from Wayanad down south raises questions from within the India alliance. Following his party's setbacks in the Hindi heartland states, the ruling left in Kerala has challenged the Gandhi scion to confront the BJP in its northern strongholds, rather than compete with allies elsewhere, like in Wayanad.
ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനത്തിലാണോ ബിജെപിയെ തോൽപ്പിക്കാൻ മത്സരിക്കേണ്ടത്? അല്ല, ബിജെപിക്ക് സ്വാധീനമുള്ള മേഖലയിൽ ബിജെപിയെ തോൽപ്പിക്കാനുള്ള ആശയം വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുകയാണോ വേണ്ടത് എന്ന ചോദ്യമാണ് ഞാൻ ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണല്ലോ യു പിയിൽ ഒരു സീറ്റും കിട്ടാതെ കോൺഗ്രസ് കേരളത്തിൽ വന്ന് ഇന്ത്യ മുന്നണിയുടെ തന്നെ ഭാഗമായിട്ടുള്ള പാർട്ടി സംവിധാനത്തോട് മത്സരിക്കാൻ പുറപ്പെടുന്നത്. അവർക്ക് എവിടെയാണ് സീറ്റുള്ളത്?
Despite the Congress expanding its influence in southern India, the left insists that Rahul Gandhi's party should focus on BJP-ruled states.
ഞങ്ങളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ബിജെപിയെ തോൽപ്പിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് നിൽക്കുന്ന പാർട്ടിയാണല്ലോ CPI. അവിടെ CPI അല്ലേ സാധാരണ മത്സരിക്കുക, LDFന്റെ ഭാഗം. ഇനി ആരായാലും ഇവിടെയല്ലേ മത്സരിക്കാൻ പുറപ്പെടുന്നത്.
Discontent is brewing within the opposition India alliance after the Congress's defeat across the Hindi belt. A JDU MP openly praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi, expressing disappointment with the opposition alliance, deeming its meetings politically worthless.
तीन राज्य की जनता ने कहा मोदी है तो मुमकिन है. मैं माननीय मोदी जी से इम्प्रेस्ड हूं. इसमें कहीं दो मत नहीं है कि नेता का चुनाव और सीटों का बंटवारा, जब तक ये दो चीज नहीं होगी तो इंडिया गठबंधन की जो बैठक है वो सिर्फ चाय और समोसे तक ही सीमित है.
An India alliance meeting scheduled by the Congress for Wednesday was cancelled as several allies, seemingly upset with the party, expressed their inability to attend. Pressure mounts on Rahul Gandhi, who departs shortly on a foreign tour, not just to cover physical ground, but to bridge the gaps within the opposition. Bureau Report, India Today.
And let's get you also highlights of the BJP's parliamentary party meet that took place this morning, with the Prime Minister receiving a resounding welcome from fellow BJP leaders, all of whom were seen applauding the Prime Minister as he entered. But what was his message to the BJP to gear up for 2024? Well, while addressing BJP Karyakartas, Prime Minister Modi highlighted how the 3-state poll win is not just because of him, but because of teamwork, because of the entire party. He also urged BJP to participate in the Viksit Bharat Yatra to reach out to people on the ground level. And this at a time when the BJP has repeatedly said that the outcome reflects Prime Minister Modi's popularity across the country, believing it to be a big boost before the 2024 elections.
We have won with a comfortable margin, but whereas at the same time Bharatiya Janata Party has improved its strength in Mizoram and Telangana also in many folds. कांग्रेस सरकार में रहते हुए 40 बार उन लोगों ने रिपीट मैंडेट का कोशिश की, लेकिन वो सक्सेस हुआ 7 times, only 18%. बीजेपी 39 टाइम प्रयास किया सरकार में रहते हुए रिपीट मैंडेट के लिए, 22 टाइम हम सक्सेस हुआ है, 56%.
उन्होंने जो बोला है कि अकेले जो है ये हमारे सभी किसी व्यक्ति की नहीं बल्कि कार्यकर्ताओं की, समर्थकों की, पार्टी के जो लोग हैं उनकी, और जो पार्टी को मतदाता वोट दिए हैं उनकी सबकी एक जो है सामूहिक जीत है. और इसको ही उन्होंने माना है। उन्होंने कहा एक व्यक्ति विशेष की जीत नहीं बल्कि कार्यकर्ताओं की, समर्थकों की और जो हमारे सपोर्टर्स हैं उनकी जीत।
Ago, cyclone Migjom hit parts of Chennai, and of course there was heavy rainfall, record rainfall really reported in Chennai. But believe it or not, 3 days on, there are still parts of Chennai completely waterlogged, and I'm talking about 6-7 feet of water in these areas, making it impossible for people to leave their homes. There's aerial assistance being provided to them, some of them being taken out with boats. Parts of North Chennai, South Chennai is still completely waterlogged because this is essentially lake water that's now entered their homes and it has nowhere to drain. So it stays there stagnant. You can only imagine what a massive health scare also this is. There are questions being asked of the administration right now because 3 days in, we still don't know how long this kind of a deluge will continue. Schools and colleges remain shut tomorrow as well, as the Stalin government says they're doing everything they can to clear the mess in Chennai.
Flooded streets, residents wading through water. Parts of Chennai are still completely marooned, with water all around and not a patch of dry land in sight.
The aftermath of cyclone Migjam has certainly been devastating for Chennaiites, especially those who are residing in Velachery and Udayam Nagar, where we are reporting from. The water has just gushed inside the houses of several people. As a result of that, they're not able to get out to get their daily dose of groceries, water or milk packets. That's how the residents are buying water from elsewhere.
Forget wading through flood water. This is a container. This is a container that was going to the Bharat Petroleum, the plant here nearby in North Chennai. And this particular container got stuck here at Vyasarpadi because of the levels of water. Now the engine, water entered the engine, and from 4 a.m. this particular driver, he's been stranded here.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh conducted an aerial survey of areas affected by floods caused by cyclone Migjom in Tamil Nadu.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is personally overseeing the response to the current crisis and has spoken to the CM Honorable Stalin also. He has asked Minister of Home Affairs and the Cabinet Secretary to deploy all necessary resources, human and material necessary resources for assisting the people of Tamil Nadu.
Following the aerial survey, Rajnath Singh held a meeting with Chief Minister M.K. Stalin to review the ongoing relief efforts undertaken.
மிக்ஜம் புயலால் ஏற்பட்ட பெரு வெள்ள பாதிப்புகளை மாண்புமிகு ஒன்றியத்தினுடைய பாதுகாப்புத்துறை அமைச்சர் அவர்கள் நேரில் இன்று ஆய்வு செய்திருக்கிறார்கள். இதற்காக தமிழ்நாடு அரசின் சார்பில், தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களின் சார்பில் என்னுடைய நன்றியை நான் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்ள விரும்புகிறேன். சென்னையின் வரலாற்றில் இல்லாத அளவுக்கு பெய்த பெருமழையினால் ஏற்பட்ட பாதிப்புகளிலிருந்து மீண்டு சென்னை நகரமும் மக்களும் இயல்பு நிலைக்கு வர தொடங்கியிருக்கிறார்கள்.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved a 561.29 crore rupees urban flood mitigation project for Chennai. The shortage of essentials like drinking water and milk has added to the growing desperation across the city. Power outages too have sparked protest, with residents taking to the streets.
Rains due to cyclone Mishong slammed Chennai on 3rd of December. It's been 4 days and unfortunately the condition seems to have not returned to normal in certain parts of the city. This is a place called Jamalia in Chennai, northern part of Chennai, and this place water stagnation is unfortunately really high. Even up to the knee level we can see the water over here. Vehicles, people have to go to office, have to go to work, so they are like wading in this amount of water.
Heavy showers have been forecast for the state of Tamil Nadu starting December 8. With Shilpa Nair, Anaga Keshav and Shivibol KG in Chennai for India Today.
And let me bring in Shilpa Nair on this broadcast, who's been reporting extensively for the last 3 days and telling you what's the situation on the ground. Shilpa, good evening. You visited South Chennai yesterday, you visited North Chennai today, and in both areas the situation extremely dire because we're hearing of residents unable to get access to basic necessities. Many of them stuck in their homes. Help hasn't reached them yet. They're out of power. They have no internet connectivity, no signal on their phones. It's 3 days after the cyclone hit and it's still the situation in many parts.
That's right, Akshita. In fact, India Today was covering the situation extensively from the ground. We visited South Chennai yesterday to understand the extent of flooding there, and it was quite bad. But of course, rescue operations were pressed into that particular area. And now, of course, things are slowly returning to normal as far as South Chennai is concerned, especially in Velachery and Madipakam. We just came back from Madipakam. We saw the areas that were severely flooded. The water has receded in all of those places. Only very few pockets that are still flooded. But the cause of concern, the real cause of concern at this point in time is North Chennai. North Chennai, people are angry. They're extremely angry with the neglect that they've been facing for the last couple of days. Firstly, different pockets of North Chennai, be it Puliyankoppu, Vyasarpadi, Perambur, all of these areas are very badly flooded. The flood water there is mixed with sewage. There are dead animals, floating on that flood water, and it is very, very difficult even for us to step into that water and do our ground reports. So you can only imagine the plight of people who are living there. Now, even otherwise, even for the basic essentials, they're shelling out much more money to get a packet of milk, to get a can of water, and they're extremely angry, saying that most of them whom we spoke to in North Chennai, they say no DMK leader or opposition leader, nobody has come our way. There's been absolute apathy and neglect from the side of the officials, from the side of the political parties. And some of them are extremely angry that their MLA or their councillor, none of them have come for any help. Now,
their anger is understandable, Shilpa. Their anger is understandable because they're saying that no help has reached them 3 days. And this is still the situation in parts of Chennai. And unless the government does something to ensure the water drains, it's going to drag on over the weekend as well for many Chennaiites who are living out an absolute nightmare, much like what happened to them in 2015. Let's get you more images coming in as I thank Shilpa for joining us on this broadcast. Here's a look at some of the images on day 3 of the Chennai deluge. Chennai completely flooded in many parts which remain inundated. The rainfall took place 3 days back and still there's water logging. Now the government says that it will be cleared by tomorrow. The Air Force is also a part of operations delivering relief materials in flood-affected areas. People were seen waiting on their terrace as the IAF dropped off relief materials on the roofs. A boy who went in search of his father in 6 feet water in Chennai's Mallikarjun area drowned unfortunately and died. His body was recovered by the rescue team. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh conducted an aerial survey of flood-affected areas in Chennai. He also met Chief Minister Stalin. The central government has assured of all possible help, financially and otherwise, to the state government to deal with this crisis. This is how homes in South and North Chennai look like, with water having entered their homes and not draining. People, many of them choosing not to move to relief camps, are living through this calamity in this state. Now, our reporters are spread out across Chennai to tell you what's the situation in every single part of the city. There are areas that are completely bone dry. There are areas where there's still about 6 feet of water. Here are reports by Pramod Madhav and Shilpa Nair.
This is Jamalia in northern part of Chennai, and though work is in progress in Velacheri and other things, this seems to be one area where the government has to come over, and they claim that the important aspect is to get clean water, drinking water and milk, and even if they're getting it, the price is really high. This seems to be the complaint that people in this area are like giving. Even now you could see that the road is completely flooded and people are finding it extremely difficult to cross and go to higher grounds at this spot. Vizir Raghavan, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
We are reporting from Puliantop in North Chennai, and what we can see on ground, we've been traveling around North Chennai, and what we can see is neglect and apathy. Locals here are extremely angry, extremely disappointed with the manner in which the government has responded, especially with, in terms of the rescue and relief measures in North Chennai. And now what you see are visuals of local residents staging a road roko. They've blocked vehicles here, saying that their area, their houses are inundated. They're not getting water, they're not getting food. Nobody's even coming to their rescue. Nobody's coming to even inquire about their well-being, and that is the reason why they say until electricity comes, until water recedes, until they get some kind of help, they're not going to move from here. They feel neglected. They feel the government is turning a blind eye to their sufferings, and what they want is accountability. What they want is for the government to come and give them some kind of help because they're suffering. With video journalist Tinko, this is Shilpa Nair in Chennai for India Today.